Hi Myclites, welcome back to my YouTube channel Maths for Myclites by MKV. Now children, I hope you are doing well, are not going outside and understanding the things carefully, eating well and doing the exercises, being healthy, right? So today I want to tell you some points which are important because you may face the difficulty of attendance or assignment is not checked. There are many reasons. So regarding this, some points I am telling you because many of you are aware now. So no assignment will be entertained on WhatsApp if received on it straight away you will be marked as 0. No request of any parent will be accepted for attendance for their ward if the student hasn't marked his or her attendance in comment section of YouTube. You can note this, post 6 p.m. comments will not be counted and no assignments are welcome except assignment 8 now. So only last assignment is left. After that I will collect only 8, no other assignment. If you are sending it late, I will not accept anyone. I will not give any grade for that. Right? So now I have already completed the chapter, but today one more point is left that I am telling you. So those students who are not mentioning the name, class, section and assignment number on WhatsApp while clearing the doubts as well as on email will not be counted in the list that is that I sent in the group, right? So please see if there is any problem if I'm not marking. So this is the reason, because you are not telling me the name. So you should learn how to introduce yourself whenever you are talking to me on phone, right? So because I'm seeing the number and I'm not able to understand who you are, who is talking to me, from which class, from which section, which is about which assignment you are talking, which date you are talking. So very difficult. So today I had a talk with one child and I could not get any answer. So many sentences, but I could not get the name who has sent me the who had sent me the messages on WhatsApp. So please, first of all, write your name, class, section, then only you talk to me on phone or through WhatsApp, right? So now today I am taking some more examples based on remaining theorems. So in the end I taught you that Pythagoras theorem and its converse, and I taught you about area theorem and SAS theorem. So based on these theorems I am taking some examples. So you will understand how to apply the theorems in doing these examples, right? So please do these questions in your notebook, right? And if you are facing difficulty, then you send it to me and tell me which question. That question I will explain, or through WhatsApp you can send it to me. I'll explain that question again, but send it to me before 5 o'clock, right? I am very much strict about the time now. So please understand it. So I have taken one example. These maximum are from your book and these all are in your syllabus, all are important one and came in the board exam. So see this theorem, this question, this is from your NCERT book. Question is, prove that area of equilateral triangle described on the side of the square. So here A, B, C, D is a square, and here A, B, B, C, C, D and D, A. These are the four sides. So area of equilateral triangle described on the side of the square. So one side I am taking BC, on this I am describing one equilateral triangle. So BCE, this is an equilateral triangle on the side, and area of the equilateral triangle described on the diagonal is AC. So triangle FAC, this is on the diagonal. So I am getting two equilateral triangle. One equilateral triangle is FAC, other equilateral triangle is BEC, right? So we have to prove that the area of the triangle which is on the side is half of the area of the equilateral triangle which is on the diagonal. So we have to prove that area of triangle BCE is equal to half of the area of triangle ACF, right? So for this, since the triangle BCE and triangle ACF are equilateral triangle, so BCE and ACF both are equilateral triangle, therefore they are equiangular. Equiangular means each angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degree. So 60, 60, 60, so they are 60, 60 and 60. So triangle BCE will be similar to triangle ACF. Why? Because angles are equal. So by angle similarity, triangles are similar. And if triangles are similar, I taught you the theorem that if two triangles are similar, then the ratio of the areas of the similar triangles is equal to the ratio of the squares of their corresponding sides. So area of BCE upon area of ACF is equal to BC square upon AC square. Now area of triangle BCE upon area of triangle ACF is equal to BC square upon AC square. So for this, because it is the diagonal of a square, and diagonal we can find out by the formula square root side, or by Pythagoras theorem you can find out the length of the diagonal AC. So by the formula root 2 into side, it is equal to root 2 into BC. So in place of AC we can write root 2 BC and whole square. So numerator is BC square, denominator will be 2 BC square after opening the bracket. Then BC square cancel, and square of root 2 will be 2, so it will be 1 upon 2. So after doing the cross multiplication, area of triangle BCE will be half of area of triangle ACF. Right, so it is important question. It came in the board exam also. So please do it in your notebook, and if any line is not clear, you can send through message, right? Now you see the next example. Example is D, E and F. D, E and F. These are the midpoints of side BC, AC and AB respectively of the triangle ABC. So one triangle ABC is there, and determine the ratio of the areas of triangle DEF and area of triangle ABC. So DEF, this triangle area, upon area of triangle ABC, this we want to find out. So now for this, you see, because D and E are the midpoints of side BC and AB, so by the theorem, midpoint theorem, we can say DE line will be parallel to BA line, right? And you have learned this midpoint theorem in 9th class. So DE line, because it is parallel to BA line, so DA will be equal to half of AB, and DE will be parallel to AB, right? So DE is parallel to BA, right? And DE, so we can say DE is also parallel to FA. This, because this line is parallel to full line, so this DE line is also parallel to AF line also, right? Now similarly we can prove that EF line is parallel to BC line and FD line is parallel to AC line, right? So since D and F, D and F, these are the midpoints of BC and AB. So this line DF will be parallel to CA, right? So if DF is parallel to CA, so DF will also be parallel to AE. So because DF is parallel to AE and DE is parallel to AF, so opposite sides are parallel, so it will be a parallelogram. And in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So AFDBE will be a parallelogram, and in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So that we can use it. So now you see, I have taken the figure here. So in triangle DEF and in triangle ABC, in these two triangles, I will take one small triangle DEF and I will take the triangle ABC. So because this AFDE is a parallelogram, so angle at D, that is EDF or FDE, this angle will be equal to angle A. So one angle, opposite angle of a parallelogram are equal. The next is DEF, D, E and F, this angle is equal to this angle, opposite angle of a parallelogram. right? So opposite to this is opposite angle is B. So DEF will be equal to angle B. So because both are the opposite angles are equal, so with the help of this we can say if two angles are equal then triangles are similar. So triangle DEF will be similar to triangle ABC, and for area I taught you the theorem. If two triangles are similar, then ratio of the areas of these two similar triangles will be equal to ratio of the squares of their corresponding sides. So we can write DE upon AB whole square, and DE line is half of AB. So we can write half of AB whole square, and AB square cancel, so we will get 1 by 4. So ratio of the areas of these two triangles, one triangle is small one DEF and one full triangle ABC. The ratio of these two will be equal to 1:4. Right? So these all are easy example, but you have to understand the theorem. If you know the theorem, then you can apply and you can give the reason and you can do the question. Now you see this next question. ABC is a right angle at B. So at point B, here 90-degree angle. There is one triangle ABC. This is right angle at B. Let D is any point on AB side. Clear? And E is any point on BC side respectively. Then we have to prove that AE square plus CD square. AE square plus CD square will be equal to AC square plus DE square. Right? So this result we have to prove. So in this case, you will join AE and you will join DC. After this, you take the triangle ABC, you will take the triangle ABE, and in this triangle you will apply Pythagoras theorem. I have already taught you the Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, side opposite to this AE will be the hypotenuse. So AE square is equal to AB square plus BE square. This is your equation number 1. After that we can take the triangle DBC, and in this we will find out CD, because here we want AE square and here we want CD square. So we got the value of AE square. After that we will find out CD square. So in this right triangle, CD is the hypotenuse, so CD square is equal to BD square plus BC square. Right? This is also by Pythagoras theorem. Now in the left side of this result which we want to prove, AE square plus CD square, AE square is here and CD square is here. So equation number 1 and 2 we can add, so we will get AE square plus CD square is equal to AB square plus BE square plus BD square plus BC square. Right? So left side is AE square plus CD square is matching. Now right side, AB square plus BC square, which is written in the hand, that we can write here, and plus BE square plus BD square. Now why we are writing? Because AB square plus BC square, AB square plus BC square, by Pythagoras theorem it will be equal to AC square. So in place of this we can write AC square, and BE square plus BD square, BE square plus BD square will be equal to DE square. So in place of this we can write DE square. So it will become AC square plus DE square, and this we want. So AE square plus CD square will be equal to AC square plus DE square. I hope you can understand. This is very simple thing, simple application of Pythagoras theorem. Now this is important question. It came in board exam also. So please understand this. Question is easy, but only you should learn the construction and after that application of the Pythagoras theorem. So question is, a point O in the interior of a rectangle ABCD is a rectangle. Inside of this there is a point O. This point is O here, and this is joined to the vertices A, B, C and D. Then we have to prove that OB square plus OD square is equal to OC square plus OA square. This we have to prove. So ABCD, it is a given rectangle. Let O be any point inside of this. We can join this. So according to the question we will do, and after that this is the construction, main construction. Through this O point we will draw the line EF. We will draw the line EF through O point. Right? So after that, what will happen? EOF line. EOF line. This we are drawing parallel to AB. EOF line is parallel to AB. Then A, B, F and E. This will be a rectangle. A, B, F, E will be a rectangle. And in this rectangle, we will get one right triangle OEA. OEA. This will be a right triangle. And OFC. OF and C. So this triangle and this triangle we are taking. Why we are taking these two triangles? Because we want OB and OD. So here OB is here and OD is here. So we will take these two triangles. And for right side is OC and OA. So OC is here. So we will take this right triangle for OC, and for OA square, OA is here. So we will take this right triangle A, E, A and O, or A, E, O. So in these triangles, so in triangle O, E, A, in this triangle, because this angle is 90 degree, so OA will be the hypotenuse. So OA square is equal to OE square plus AE square in this triangle. Then OC square will get from here. OC square is equal to CF square plus FO square. Right? Now we can add OA square, OC square we got. We can add these two. So OA square plus OC square is equal to OE square plus AE square plus OF square plus CF square. Now we got the right hand side. Now we will try to get left hand side here. So here we will do the adjustment. So we can write OE square and then after that OF square plus AE square plus CF square. Now OE square plus OF square, you can see OE square plus OF square. OE square plus OF square. So OF is here. So we cannot put these two together. So we want here OB square. So where is OB square? OB square is equal to OF square plus FB square. So OF square this and OD square is equal to DE plus EO. So EO and I'll see this in the next line. You see OB square is equal to OF square plus FB square and OD square is equal to OE square plus DE square, right? So we will add it. OD square plus OB square plus OD square is equal to OF square plus FB square plus OE square plus DE square. This we can write OE square plus OF square plus DE square plus FB square. Now right hand side of this and right hand side of previous equation both are same. So left hand side of this equation and left hand side of the previous equation both will be equal, right? So once again you can see we will take this triangle AEO. OA square is equal to AE square plus EO square. After that this triangle OC square is equal to OF square plus FC square, right? And after that we will add it, we will get this equation. After that we will take this triangle and we will apply Pythagoras theorem. So in this triangle and this triangle we will get OB square and OD square and these we will add, so we will get this result. So this result of right hand side of this and right hand side of the previous equation both will be equal. So because these right hand sides are equal, so left hand sides are equal, right? So we will get the result. So this is the example of your book NCERT. You can go through this. Now the next example is in triangle ABC. So there is one triangle ABC. In this triangle AC line is bigger than AB line. So this line is bigger than this line. D is the midpoint of BC line. This full line, D is the midpoint of BC. AE line is perpendicular to BC. This line is perpendicular, so this angle is 90 degree. We have to prove these three results. AC square is equal to AD square plus BC into DE plus 1 by 4 BC square. Second result is AB square is equal to AD square minus BC into DE plus 1 by 4 BC square. Third result is AB square plus AC square is equal to 2AD square plus 1 by 2 BC square. So this is also the example question from your textbook. So you can do this in your notebook. Understand this. AED, this angle is 90 degree given because this is perpendicular, right? So here AE will be the altitude, and now we will take the triangle ADC, A, D and C. For this triangle we will apply this result. AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square plus 2DC. How? This we can use with the help of Pythagoras theorem or obtuse angle theorem. So we will get AC square is equal to AD square plus, in place of DC, because D is the midpoint, so therefore it is half of BC whole square plus 2 into half into BC into DE, because DC is equal to half of BC. Now 2 here cancel, and here you will do the square, so you will get AC square is equal to AD square plus 1 by 4 BC square. Here plus 2 cancel, BC into DE. So this is first result after simplification. Now in triangle ABD, in this triangle AD is acute angle, ADE, it is acute angle less than 90 degree. So this theorem is valid. AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square minus 2BD into DC. Now in this result, AB square is equal to AD square plus, in place of BD we can write 1 by 2 BC because D is the midpoint, plus 2 into BD is half of BC, so half BC into DE. 2 cancel, and here if you will do the square, 1 by 4 BC square. So you got AB square is equal to AD square plus 1 by 4 BC square minus BC into DE, or AB square is equal to AD square plus minus BC into DE plus 1 by 4 BC square. This is the second result. Now if you will add the first and second result, you will get AC square plus AB square is equal to AD square plus AD square is 2AD square, and this will be cancelled because positive negative, 1 by 4 BC square plus 1 by 4 BC square will become 1 by 2 BC square. So in this way we will be able to prove third result. Now next question, in an equilateral triangle ABC. So ABC, it is an equilateral triangle, means all sides are equal. The side BC is trisected. This BC side is trisected, divided into three parts. So one part is BD, and here this is two parts. So one part will come here. One point will come in the middle of this because base is divided into three parts. Right? Then prove that 9AD square, 9 times of AD square will be equal to 7 times of AB square. 7 times of AB square. This result we have to prove. This is the last question of your exercise. So to prove this, what is the method? Because base is divided into three parts, so BD part will be 1 by 3 part of BC. Because base is divided into three parts, so BD will be 1 by 3 part of whole BC. So what is given? BD is equal to 1 by 3 BC. It is given, and because we know Pythagoras theorem, so for that we will draw a perpendicular AE on BC. So this is the construction. After that we will take the triangle A, E and B. In triangle AEB we can use Pythagoras theorem. AE and B, we will take this triangle, and triangle AEC. AEB and AEC, these two triangles we are taking because AB is equal to AC because it was the equilateral triangle, and angle AEB is 90 degree, angle AEC is 90 degree. So one angle equal, here one side is equal, and AE is equal to AE, this is common. So it is called AE is equal to AC common, this angle is equal to this angle, so angle, angle and side. No, this will be, one side is here, this is angle and this is the side, but this is side, this side AB or AC, both are the sides opposite to 90 degree. So AC side is opposite to 90 degree and AB side is also opposite to 90 degree. In a triangle, the side opposite to 90 degree is always hypotenuse. So AB will be the hypotenuse for this angle 90 degree, AEB is 90 degree. Similarly, AC is the hypotenuse. So we will use the theorem RHS. R means right angle, H means hypotenuse and side AE. So here the theorem which is applicable is RHS. Right? So RHS criteria you can use, and after that triangle will be similar. But congruent also, and they will be similar also. Your congruent triangles are similar. So we can say BE is equal to EC. So BE is equal to EC. After that, BD is equal to 1 by 3 BC. So DC will be equal to 2 by 3 BC because it is 1/3. Now BE and EC will be equal to half of BC because E is the midpoint. Now after that, you can find out AD square, angle C is this is 60 degree, therefore ADC is an acute angle, and we can use an acute angle theorem, or we can apply Pythagoras theorem and we can prove this result. So acute angle theorem is AD square is equal to AC square plus DC square minus 2DC into EC. This is acute angle theorem, this you have already learnt. Now AD square is equal to AC square plus 2 by 3 BC whole square minus 2 into 2 by 3 BC into 1 by 2 BC, because DC is equal to 2 by 3 BC and EC is equal to 1 by 2 BC. After substituting, then you will get AD square is equal to AC square plus 4 by 9 BC square minus 2 by 3 BC square. After that, these two we can combine because like terms. So AD square is equal to, and AC, in place of AC we can write AB. So AB square plus, here by taking LCM we can simplify this. So you will get AD square is equal to 7 upon 9 AB square, and after doing the cross multiplication we can get this. So for this there is one more alternate method. If you don't want to use this acute angle theorem, then you can use Pythagoras theorem, and after that you can substitute these values. So for that, because you want to prove AD square, you want AD and AB. So what you do, so one triangle you take ADE and apply Pythagoras theorem. So AD square is equal to AE square plus DE square. Second is AB square, so AB square is equal to AE square plus BE square, and BE we can break BE into DC, and after that you substitute these values, you will get this answer directly. So try in both the ways. Now this question, see this is, I have taken an example, this is the question from your textbook, and what we have to do in this, CD and GH, these are respectively the bisector of the angle ACB. So ACB angle is this, so CD is the bisector of this angle, and after that here GH is the bisector of angle G. D and H, these lie on these sides, AB and EF of the triangle ABC, and triangle EFG, so D and H are lying on these sides. If triangle ABC and triangle EFG both are similar, then we have to prove that triangle DCA is similar to HGF, and GD upon GH is equal to AC upon FG, and third part we have to prove triangle DCB is similar to HGE. So once again I am telling the question now, one triangle ACB and one triangle this EGF, these two triangles are given, and bisector of angle C is intersecting AB at D, bisector of angle G intersecting EF at H. This is given, and triangle ABC, this triangle is similar to triangle FEG. This is given. We have to prove these three results. Now see the solution. What is given? Triangle ABC and triangle FEG are similar, and I told you if triangles are similar then angles are equal. So we can write angle at A will be equal to angle at F, angle at B will be equal to angle at E, and angle at C will be equal to angle at G. So all three angles are equal, right? So we can say, because triangles are similar, so all three angles are equal, and after that, because ACB is equal to FGE, ACB is equal to FGE, so half of this will be equal to half of this, and half of angle ACB is equal to angle 1, and half of angle FGE, this is equal to angle 3. So we have proved angle 1 is equal to 3. After proving this, we will take this triangle ACD and we will take FFGH. Now in these two triangles DCA and triangle HGF, in these two, angle A is equal to angle A because triangles are similar, angle 1 is equal to angle 3, we have proved. So because two angles are equal, so these two triangles are similar. So triangle DCA will be similar to triangle HGF. DCA will be similar to HGF. Because these two triangles are similar, so sides are proportional. So we can write DC upon HG is equal to CA upon GF is equal to DA upon HF. So we can write this result because triangles are similar, so sides are proportional. So this is our second result, and the third result. So once again we can see, first result was this we have proved. Second result is this, because triangles are similar, so sides are proportional. So this is the second result. Now we want to find out third result. So for this we can take triangle DCB and triangle HGF. Angle B will be equal to angle E and angle 2 will be equal to angle 4, because angle ACB is equal to angle FGE. So half of ACB will be equal to half of FGB. That is angle 2 is equal to 4, and if two angles are equal, then triangle DCB is similar to triangle HGF by angle similarity. So if two angles are equal, so triangles are similar. Now you see, children, next question. Through the midpoint M of side CD of a parallelogram ABCD, the line BM is drawn, BM line is drawn, intersecting AC line in L and AD produced in E. We have to prove that EL line is double of BL. So where is EL? See this EL, this big line EL will be double of this line. This we have to prove. So for this, you can see this question came in the board exam 4 times here continuously. 1992, 1998, 99 and 2009. So question is very, very important. So try to understand it carefully. Right? You have to do this. This is from your syllabus. So ABCD is a parallelogram and BC is parallel to AD. BC line is parallel to AD, and or we can say BC is also parallel to AE. Because BC is parallel to AD and AD is extended up to E, so we can say BC line is parallel to AE also. So because now we can say AE line is parallel to BC, and if these two lines are parallel, then we can take the triangle BCM and we can take the triangle ED and M. So BCM and EDM. Now you can see angle this CM and DM. CM distance and DM are equal because M is the midpoint. After that, angle BMC, this angle and this angle, that is EMD. These two are vertically opposite angles, and angle MBC, this angle, and angle this MED, these angles These are alternate interior angles, these are vertically opposite angles, and these two sides are equal. So here, which theorem is valid? Here, angle, angle and side. Angle, angle, side. So by that theorem, we can say that triangles are congruent. So BCM is congruent to EDM. These two triangles are congruent, and if these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT remaining parts are equal. So we can say BC is equal to DE by CPCT, right? So see the next step. I take another diagram here again. So BC is equal to DE. BC is equal to DE by CPCT. Just now I explained. And after that, BC is equal to AD. BC is equal to AD also, right? BC is equal to this because by CPCT, and BC is equal to AD because opposite side of a parallelogram are equal. So we can say AD line is equal to DE line, or we can say AE line is double of BC line, right? After that, we will take the triangle BCL, this triangle BCL, and we will take the triangle EAL. Why we are taking? Because we want the relation between BL and EL. So we will take these two triangles. So triangle BCL and triangle LEA. In these two triangles, this angle is equal to this angle, alternate interior angles, already proved, angle LBC. So LBC is equal to LEA, it is already proved, alternate angles equal, and angle BLC and angle ELA. So this angle and this angle, vertically opposite angles are equal. So two angles are equal, one this and this, alternate angle equal, and these two angles, vertically opposite angles. So if two angles are equal, then the triangles are similar. So triangle BCL and triangle EAL, these two are similar by angle similarity. So by two angles, triangle similar. If triangle similar, then sides proportional. So we can write BC upon EA is equal to BL upon EL. So by this you will get BC upon, in place of EA we can write double of DE or double of BC, because we have already proved. So in place of EA we can write double of BC. Now BC cancel, so we will get 1 upon 2. Do the cross multiplication, so we will get BL is equal to 2BL is equal to EL, or EL is equal to 2BL, right? Now see the next example. This is also from your book exercise, so please do the exercise in your notebook. So question is, if the angles of one triangle are respectively equal to the corresponding angles of the other triangle. So there are two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. In these two triangles they are saying corresponding angles are equal. And I told you, if corresponding angles are equal, then triangles are similar. If corresponding angles are equal, then triangles are similar. And if triangles are similar, then sides are proportional. So use that theorem, and after that I am reading it completely, what we have to prove. So prove that the ratio of the corresponding sides is same as the ratio of their corresponding altitude. So whatever is the ratio of their corresponding side, same will be the ratio of their corresponding altitudes. So here AD and PS are the altitudes. So we have to prove that AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR is equal to AD upon PS. This we have to prove here. So is it clear? So two triangles, in two triangles angles are equal, it is given. If angles are equal, then triangles are similar. So in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, because A is equal to P, B is equal to Q and C is equal to R, all three angles are equal. It is given here. So triangles will be similar by angle, angle, angle similarity. So you can write triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So if corresponding angle equal, triangle similar. If triangle similar, then sides are proportional. So we can write AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR. After that, these we have drawn the perpendicular. So we will take the left side triangle in triangle ABD and in triangle PQS. So we will try to prove these two triangles similar. So in these two triangles you can see angle B is equal to angle Q. It is already given. Angle B is equal to angle Q. It is already given in the question. After that, angle ADB and angle PSQ. These two are also equal because each one is 90 degree because these are the altitudes. So if two angles are equal, therefore triangles are similar. So we can say that triangle ADB is similar to triangle PSQ, and if these two triangles are similar, then sides are proportional. So here their sides will be proportional. It means AB upon PQ will be equal to BD upon QS is equal to AD upon PS. All three sides are equal. So from this, AB upon PQ will be equal to AD upon PS. AB upon PQ will be equal to AD upon PS. This we can prove from here after proving these two triangles similar, and it is already given AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR. So it means AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR, and this will be equal to AD upon PS, means ratio of the altitudes, right? How we got this is equal to this? By proving these two triangles similar. Triangle ADB and triangle PSQ similar. How? Triangle B is equal to angle Q, angle ADB is equal to angle PSQ. So two angles equal, so triangles are similar, so sides are proportional. That is why AD upon PS is equal to AB upon PQ. Right? Now see the next question. This question is also important, so I have taken this. This is also from your book. So there are two triangles, triangle PQR and triangle ABC. Triangle ABC, triangle PQR, these two are similar. It is given. And we have to prove that BC upon QR is equal to AD upon PS. We have to prove this, where AD and PS are the bisectors of the angle A and angle P respectively, and D and S lies on BC and QR. So D and S. So here it means what is given? AD and PS are the angle bisectors. So two triangles similar given, and AD and PS are the bisectors. It is given. We have to prove that BC upon QR is equal to AD upon PS. So for this question, children, method is almost same as you have done in the previous question. What is given? Triangle similar. If triangle similar, then angles equal. So if triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, so we can write angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R, right? So if triangle similar, angle equal. If triangle similar, side proportional. So we can write AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR, right? So because triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Now to get AD upon PS, we will take the triangle ABD and PQS. ABD and PQS, and we will try to prove these two triangles similar. So how will you prove? Now you see, because triangle ABC and triangle PQR both are similar, and because the triangles are similar, angle A will be equal to angle P. So full angle is equal to full angle. So half angle is equal to half. It means angle BAD will be equal to angle QPS. So this angle left side half will be equal. After that, angle B is equal to angle Q. It is already given because triangles are similar. So one thing I will take this, one I will take this, and half of this. So you see in the next slide here, angle BAD will be equal to angle PQS because half of angle A is equal to half of angle P, and angle B is equal to angle Q. So two angles are equal and triangles are similar. So triangle ABD will be similar to triangle PQS by angle similarity. So you can see now we have proved that triangle ABD and triangle PQS are similar. This angle half of A, this angle half of P equal because A is equal to P, and angle B is equal to Q because triangles are similar. So by this triangles are similar, and if triangles are similar then AB upon PQ will be equal to BD upon QS is equal to AD upon PS. So this will be second equation, and first equation is this. So after comparing these two equations, we can write that AB upon PQ is equal to AD upon PS, and here AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR. This will also be equal to AD upon PS because AB upon PQ is equal to AD upon PS. So we can say BC upon QR is equal to AD upon PS, right? We can prove AB upon PQ is also equal to AD upon PS, or we can say AC upon PR is equal to AD upon PS. So ratio of the corresponding side is equal to ratio of the corresponding angle bisectors. Now this is also the difficult question of your book. Side AB and BC and the median AD of one triangle ABC. So there is one triangle ABC, one triangle PQR. In these two triangles, side AB and side BC, side PQ and side QR are proportional, and the medians AD upon PM, these two are also proportional. So two sides and the median on these two, median of these two sides, they are proportional. Then we have to prove that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So we have to prove the triangles similar, and triangles will be similar if sides are proportional. So now you see triangle ABC and triangle PQR. We will take the triangle ABC and triangle PQR. In these two triangles, AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AD upon PM. It is already given. Ratio of two sides and ratio of the medians equal, it is already given. Now what we will do, here in the middle we will multiply numerator this BC, we will break. So BC is this line and D is the midpoint. Why? Because median divide the opposite side into two equal parts. So we can say double of BD will be equal to BC, and here double of QM is equal to half of QM is equal to half of QR, or double of QM will be equal to QR. So in place of QR we will write double of QM, in place of BC we will write 2 BD. Now after doing this, 2 cancel, so we will get AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM is equal to AD upon PM. So here we have proved that AB upon PQ is equal to BD upon QM is equal to AD upon PM. So left side triangle is similar to left side triangle. So we can say triangle ABD is similar to triangle AQM. So if sides proportional, triangle similar; if triangle similar, angle equal. So we can say angle B is equal to angle Q, right? So we have proved angle B is equal to angle Q. Now after this, as we want to prove triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, it is already given AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR. It is already given, and the angle which is made by these two sides AB and BC and PQ and QR, this angle is given. So by the theorem SAS, which I taught you in the previous video, that if two sides are proportional and included angle equal, then the triangles will be similar. So by SAS, triangles will be similar here. Now you see the next question. If two sides and the median bisecting the third side of a triangle are respectively proportional to the corresponding sides and the median of the another triangle, then you have to prove the triangles are similar. It is also important, it came in board exam, but It is the most difficult question of your book, so that is why I am taking it, so that you can do it well. So in this case, what is given? It is given that triangle ABC and in triangle PQR. In these two triangles, it is given AB upon PQ is equal to AC upon PR, and this is equal to median AD upon PS. So two sides proportional and the medians are proportional here. It is given and we have to prove that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So for this, what we will do the construction, and here we will give the number to these angles. What construction? We will extend AD up to E, and then we will join EC. How we will extend? We will extend such that AD is equal to DE, and similarly here we will extend PS up to T such that PS is equal to ST, and then we will join RT. So this is our construction. After this, we will take the triangle A, B and D, and we will take the triangle E, C and D. So these two triangles we will take. ABD, we are starting from A, so we will start from opposite end E. So A, B, E, D, and so here we will take E, C, D. So in these two triangles, this angle is vertically opposite angle. AD is equal to DE, I made it by construction, and BD is equal to DC because AD is the median. So BD will also be equal to DC because median divides the opposite side into two equal parts. So BD is equal to DC because median divides the opposite side into two equal parts. So these two are equal. Angle ADB is equal to angle EDC, vertically opposite, and AD is equal to DE by construction. So theorem is side, angle, side. So by SAS, triangles are congruent. And if triangles are congruent, remaining things are equal by CPCT. So we can say AB line will be equal to EC line. Right? We have proved AB line is equal to EC line. Similarly, here we can prove PQ is equal to RT line. Clear? PQ is equal to RT line or TS line. So after that, we will take the triangle ACE and triangle PRT. Now, in triangle PQS and triangle TRS first of all. So in triangle PQS and triangle TRS, as we have proved AB is equal to EC, we can prove that TR is equal to PQ. So this I have already explained. Now come, what I proved, AB is equal to EC and PQ is equal to TR. This we have proved. Now after that, because these two are equal, these two sides, now it is given AB upon PQ is equal to AC upon PR and it is equal to AD upon PS. It is given. What is given once again? AB upon PQ is equal to AC upon PR and is equal to AD upon PS. Then we have to prove triangle similar. So AB upon PQ is equal to, here we can write AD upon PS. It is given AD upon PS is equal to AC upon PR. So this median one we have written in the middle. Now in place of AD we will multiply numerator and denominator by 2, so it will become 2AD upon 2 PS. By writing this, what will happen? We will get the full line. So we will convert it like this. Here AB, in place of AB we can write EC upon PQ. PQ I proved to TR here, so that we can write. So we got EC upon TR is equal to, in place of 2AD, double of AD will be equal to AE. So here we can write AE, and double of PS we can write PT. So we'll get PT. So left here EC upon TR is equal to AE upon PT is equal to AC upon PR. Now after writing this, check these are the sides of this triangle. EC, AE and AC. So we have proved the triangle, corresponding sides of the triangle AEC and triangle PTR, their sides are proportional. and if their sides are proportional, then the triangles will be similar. So we can say triangle AEC and triangle PTR will be similar, and if these two triangles are similar, then we can say angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So this angle 1 and 2 right side angle is equal to are equal. So I have proved angle 1 is equal to 2. Right? So still, if there is a doubt, you can say I'll explain it again. Right? Now, as I have proved angle 1 is equal to angle 2, similarly, if I will join this BE and if I will join QR, we can prove triangle AEB and triangle PTQ. These are also similar, and if they are similar, then we can prove this angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. So I have proved angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 will be equal to angle 4 by the similar method. So we can say angle A will be equal to angle P. So angle A will be equal to angle P. So angle A means angle BAC is equal to angle QPR. So we have proved this. I proved angle 1 is equal to 2, 3 is equal to 4. So after adding 1 and 3, 2 and 4 will become BAC is equal to QPR. So I proved angle at A and angle at P will be equal, and these two sides are already proportional given. So if one angle is equal and two sides are proportional, then the triangles are similar by SAS similarity. So dear children, I have completed this chapter triangle. Now I want to tell you about this as attendance. So please don't forget to mark your attendance in comment box. And about the assignment, please submit the assignment number 8 by 5 o'clock today only. And if you will submit it after 5, I will not entertain, I will not count it. Clear? Similarly for attendance, last time I have given 6 p.m. Suppose 6 p.m. I will not count any attendance. Right? So please submit this on time. And now I'll start from the next in the next video. I'll start from first chapter, and I'll go from the first topic. I'm revising this only for those children, those who joined late, and those who are not able to understand. For them I will revise this first chapter again for you. So that's all for today. Thank you. Enjoy your life. Don't go out. Right? Smile. Right? All the best. Thank you.